There's something that I never told you guys before that I'm going to tell you now. I know it's going to sound crazy, but when I was a minor, I got in trouble for successfully hacking the Pentagon and went to court as a child. And my sentence was that I couldn't use a computer. I couldn't go online until today. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a semi-professional fantasy football player, analyst, YouTuber, whatever you want to call it. But I'm a world-class hacker. And if you don't want to get your lineup hacked, you're a fantasy account hacked. If you don't want to see me hack other fantasy accounts, have complete reign and full control over other people's fantasy accounts. Who to start, who to sit, maybe change your team name, propose a trade, go on waivers, fill up your IR spot. Go ahead and add Cole Beasley even though he's on bye. If you don't want to see that, then get the hell out of here. Because this is the show where we hack freaking lineups. We get a sponsor, Spicy Nacho Doritos, to sponsor this show, the food of real hackers. Where we go all out and we hack lineups. Woo! For week 11. Now tell me if you're ready for that. That's all I want to know is if you're ready. Let's hack some lineups. Ooh, that feels good. So that's what's going on. If you're new to this channel, you don't know what's going on, I'm hacking lineups today. I'll be answering a few questions here and there. Here's how to get your lineup hacked. This is always better live. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you won't miss future live streams like this one. Oh, yeah. I need to get that one out. Whoa. I'm free. I'm burped. I got the cast off. Oh, the hand's ready to go. The hacking hand of gold. I see you guys' comments. Gold Knight, what's up? Dax in the building. Kenny. Fishing. Hey, what am I... what am I going to do, right? What are we going to reschedule everything? I do 7 videos a week. Pretty much rain, day, night, shine, internet or not. Remember one time we did this, my internet was out and I tethered my phone and we were able to go live. And I'm pretty sure it was Hack My Lineup. So yeah, if you guys do want to, donations incoming, not from me though. Hey, look, if you're poor, you can't afford donations, I still love you, and I have a feeling there's not going to be too many people on this live actually say that. There's really not really anybody here. I'll probably be able to answer your questions. Keep the questions nice and short and sweet for me, and I'll get through all the questions. Hit me with one short question. I'll be able to answer everyone's question here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we got the new setup. I don't have the blinding lights on because this camera and lens is so good that even in this dark, crappy Cleveland Browns colored lighting, it still looks good, and I actually like it for Hack My Lineup. So I'm very, very pleased with it. Poor to the core. And yeah, it's all good. You guys who are subscribed, who watch my live streams, I'm living the dream, and it's all good. So how we feel about Taysom Hill? Hey man, it's all about Jameis Winston. Taysom Hill's really for specialty leagues. Dallas Goedert been a fat disappointment. A lot of tight ends have, except if you have Travis Kelce. Really, who hasn't been a disappointment? Waller's been okay. He's been pretty good. Kittle injured. Mark Andrews pretty big. Every tight end's been pretty disappointing. Booker or Gus Edwards? I think we'd go Gus Edwards if it's non PPR. And half PPR. Maybe Booker if it's full PPR. There's more than one player named Sanders, but I assume you mean Emmanuel, so let's go with Sammy Watkins. Oh, I'm supposed to switch to this view. Yeah, so if you guys do want to donate, you got to donate to get hacked. If not, we'll just do some Q&A, and it's all good. Yeah, Jono's been disappointing, but overall a good tight end because other tight ends have been even more disappointing. Let's do some Q&A. We'll probably get some donations in here. And if we don't, that's all good. Carlos Hyde or Latavius Murray. Well, let's see. If Chris Carson's not going to play, then go with Carlos Hyde. And make sure you start him at running back, not flex. That's just a pro tip. Someone asked Ebron or Goddard. I got to still have faith in Goddard and go with him. You know, too many weapons on that Steelers team. You got Connor, James Washington, Claypool, Deontay, and Juju. Salvin Ahmed, he's kind of the real deal. That's my analysis on him. He's good, man, and he's getting workhorse numbers. I guess the only bad thing about him is Gaskin could be coming back in a couple weeks, or not. And Matt Breida is now healthy. But for now, today, we're assuming Salvin Ahmed is the guy in the Dolphins' backfield. Put this a little closer right here. All right. Yeah, Mike Thomas should be fully healthy. See Anthony's question, that's too long for a live, right? Let's not, don't take it the wrong way. Just saying, it's hard to read all these. So Anthony J, that's a perfect example of a question that's way too long for me to read while I'm live for someone who doesn't read too well. I read average. I don't read poorly, but I don't read well either. And that way, if I read those, if everyone asked questions that long, I would look very stupid, and I don't want to look stupid on my own live. Oh God, I just ate some food. First time today, I ate some food 28 minutes ago, and I love it. Oh my God, it felt so good to eat. Oh man, it felt so good to eat food. No all caps, please. I'll allow it. This is the last time I'm going to allow all caps. Then you go on timeout like a child. Big Four says, Couch, I traded Aaron Jones and Cup for Tyreek and Miles Sanders. Who won this trade? Wow. I think you won, bro. I think this is an interesting trade because Aaron Jones still carries that super elite name, that big name status from, 3-4 weeks ago when he was balling, and you capitalize on that. We all know that Cooper Kupp is a guy that you're forced to start most weeks, and you hate doing it. And Tyreek Hill, no worries there because he's got Patrick Mahomes, who's just a legend. And how old is Patrick Mahomes? 25-year-old legend or something. That's insane. And you got Miles Sanders, who's not a big drop-off from Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, amazing still. I'd rather have Aaron Jones than Miles Sanders, but not by a big margin. It's really close. And so you're getting a pretty big upgrade at wide receiver, Big Four. And it's not a big difference between the running backs. So I give you props on that trade. Nico says, I have Chase Edmonds and Kenyon Drake. What's the start this week? So I think in non-PPR, and let me look up some stuff here really quick. I think non-PPR, you got to go with Drake. That's for sure. He gets a lot of snaps, a lot of carries. And And I think in full PPR, you got to go with Chase Edmonds. I think so. I mean, it's tough, but yeah. And so I'd say half PPR, full PPR, go Chase Edmonds. Non-PPR, go with Kenyon Drake. Because Seahawks should be able to score points. And so Chase Edmonds should get enough run and get enough targets to still be relevant in PPR and half PPR. Miles Sanders and Waller for Kelsey. You know, I wouldn't do that. I like to side with Miles Sanders a little bit more. If you were trading like a really crappy tight end, Cole, I would say go for it. Like if it was Miles Sanders and Jared Cook, who you can't wait to get rid of, you know, who you're about to drop, I'd probably do that. But Waller, right now, guys, what do you think? Waller is a top 3 tight end, top 2 tight end, probably. All right, so whether you think he's top 3 or top 2, that's still very valuable. So I would not trade away Waller and a low-end RB1 in Miles Sanders. He could be better than a low-end RB1. Let him get a couple games under his belt where he's not healthy. He did get vultured by Boston Scott last game. Miles Sanders was playing all right. You know, the game script wasn't going well. And he got vultured by Boston Scott, so that could have easily been Miles Sanders. Just like how Derrick Henry got vultured. Wow, Malik. You're crazy, bro. Thank you so much. Do you have my old info? Let me see what if I search Malik, let me see if you come up. I think we do. If you emailed it, hack it. It's the Yahoo League. So Malik, $30 on Venmo. Yahoo. I have, yeah, Malik M. Thank you so much, man. Let me accept your friend request on Venmo. I did get your $30. And I should have it looks like everything's good. I should still have it. It's Yahoo Fantasy League. That is for work. So don't do anything not safe for work, please. The email is okay. And I will prompt on my phone to let you in. Okay, this should be good. All right, I think we got a hack. And I'm pretty pumped about this league. It's not my top 3 most important league here. But it is for charity, and it was my idea to do it for charity because this is the bald league, so this is why I shaved my head bald. And you had to be bald to join this league, so you had to shave it or be a naturally bald or wear a bald cap. And I'm like, this league is very cringy and weird. Like, and we're playing for, like, can we just make this for charity? And then they picked a charity that had nothing to do with anything. And then I was like, well, that's an odd charity. Well, can we do something about, like, hair? And I was like, here's a good one. Wigs for kids. And so this is for Wigs for Kids. And I unintentionally raised money for it. Like, I posted on Facebook and I raised like another $200. So this league's raised, $300, and then I raised another $200 on Facebook. Very tiny donation, but I'm just, it feels good, And I really would love. Oh, also we get to win like a custom helmet, so that's cool. Sponsored league. So yeah, I'm in first place, 8-2. Really, I got Kyler Murray in a league that rewards rushing yards and rushing attempts. And so I'm really pumped if I can win this league. I really want the money donated in my name. It'll just be a great feeling. And I plan on doing more charity things. So, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you hit the bell icon because during the off season, I have some cool things planned. I'm going to be definitely relaxing a lot and I'm not going to be posting 7 times a week or anything close to that. But I do have some things to spice some stuff up. Maybe at least upload, do one live event, a big live event, a charity, or a really planned out, really long, intricate video like my Metcalf video I did last year during the off season. So I'll be on the lookout for that. All right. I don't know. It could be my fourth most important league, or fifth. Definitely a very important league to me because it is for charity. State of Mind is in it. Our SF 49ers is in it. A lot of other accounts are in it. All right. Let's do some hacking. Oh, I haven't. I'm still hacking right now. I was just talking for a while. Okay, there you go. Okay, you let me in. I think I'm in. I'm in. Awesome. All right. You know, I'm going to turn this up just a tad. There we go. We'll get this guy the hell off my screen. 5th and 1. No, that ain't it. This is it. Is this your team? Carl. This is it, I guess. Is this it? Malik, let me know. 5th and 1. Carl. All right. Let me know if this is not it. All right. Yeah, I got a new camera, new setup, and the camera's way further away. It was the old setup. The camera was really close to my face. It was a little inappropriate, and yeah, we're just upgrading, and it looks cool. I think I'm really everyone really loves it, and I love it. It's a little bit further away, but still close, and it's this lens. I've had this lens, and I really love using this lens, and it's clearly superior to the old lens. So yeah, that's why. All right. Okay, so first, it's a IDP light. So you got to start 2 defensive players. Steelers D, none better. Zane Gonzalez, top 10 kicker this week. Well, let's see if we can improve that. Probably won't. And then you're using up 2 out of 3 IR spots. I like the new camera, my guy. Phil, awesome, man. Thank you. So we're going to hack this lineup right now. Might not be able to answer all the questions, doing it at the same time. Okay, so Chris Godwin gets a downgrade. Okay, Duke Johnson, I'm still going to have faith in him. People will call me stupid if he does bad, and then if he does good, people will be like, whatever. Which is fine. It's understandable. So everything here is good to go. Now, let me see if this is PPR or not. It is half PPR. Now, I'm going to bench Chris Carson. And, well, I think he's in first place. Oh, he's in second place. So he's doing quite well. I would bench Chris Godwin. And I would propose you should definitely trade away one of these these Bucks wide receivers, bro. Why do you have 2 of them, man? I'll try to trade one away. Yeah, that's too intense for me. And so this is what I would do. I'm going to start Damien Harris over Chris Godwin. It's a great matchup for Harris. And let's go ahead and swap him with Zeke. So this is what you're going to do. If Chris Carson miraculously is going to play, which is looking like he's not, go ahead and swap Chris Carson for Damien Harris. Otherwise, I'm starting Damien Harris and getting those guaranteed points. Look, this Godwin thing could really, backfire on me. I could look dumb. I get that. But Brady's a very volatile, up and down quarterback. There's a lot of weapons there. Rojo doesn't really catch the ball, but you do have him. You got Fournette. You got Gronk. You got Godwin, Evans, and Antonio Brown. We're naming off some really big. We're naming off a lot of Pro Bowlers here, right? Like, we're naming off some serious players here. And if the offense just isn't on fire, if Brady doesn't throw 300 plus yards and doesn't throw some touchdowns, then it's going to be very hard to predict who's going to be the Buccaneer that's going to do well. And so I'm going with Damien Harris. He'll get you those rush yards. He didn't get in the end zone last game against the Ravens, but against the Texans, I'd say he has a higher chance of getting in the end zone. Now, just taking a step back and just in talking in general when it comes to predicting and fantasy football analysis, it's much, much easier to predict game flow, to look at the matchups. Are they good against the run? Are they good against, pass catching running backs? And to project opportunity. How many snaps is this guy going to get? How many carries is this guy going to get? How many targets is this guy going to get in the pass game? But it's near impossible to predict touchdowns. It just is. So like a guy like Mike Evans, all he does is score touchdowns. It's still going to be hard to predict. Will he score 0, 1, or 2 in a game? Or a guy, who doesn't score any touchdowns. Like Damien Harris scored 1 touchdown so far this year. That's pretty bad. But he can literally score a touchdown every other game if Michelle were to be inactive. I'm just saying. It's very tough to predict touchdowns. But I think it's fair to say that he has a higher chance of getting in the end zone week 11 against the Texans than he does week 10 against the Ravens. What's up, Brian? What's going on? Adolfo in the building, I see. Was in first, super underperformed last week, lost to number 2. I got you. Well, we got to get back on track. We got to lock up that bye week or that number 1 seed, whatever you're going for. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Now, if it was full PPR, to be honest, I wouldn't do this because I know Chris Godwin's going to get enough, snaps and enough targets to warrant full PPR start. But I'm going to take the guaranteed points. I'm going to take the floor with that Damien Harris provides in a great matchup. And let's see what's up. Maybe I find a super duper sexy kicker. Zane Gonzalez is great, though. I love Zane Gonzalez this week. Yunwei Koo, great kicker. I'd rather have him, I think. But it is super close. Daniel Carlson, well, with the defense situation with the defense all on the special reserve list, I wouldn't do it. What's up, Royal in the building? What's up, man? I got my fellow moderators. So I see one that I love. I'm all in on Chris Boswell last week and this week. And so let's fire up Chris Boswell. And yeah, let's do that. Easy cheesy. Okay, we got a question here. What's up, Adolfo? Thank you so much for the donation. Brady or Cam? Oh, wow. What a question here. Okay, let's start off with that one. You have a couple questions. Okay. So I think I'm going to lean towards Brady, but I want to do my due diligence. The site I used for lines was down last time. Okay, there it is. It's back up. So, Tampa Bay favored to win by 4. 48.5 over under. That's not great. And then we have New England. Man, oh man. I'm going to go with Cam. So, Adolfo, let's start Cam. Start Cam. And then you said Edmonds, Fulgham, Cooper, or Crowder. So Edmonds, nice, safe player for sure. Chase Edmonds. Then you got Fulgham, who's still good. He just had a tough matchup last week. And let me... Travis Fulgham. Okay, I think we're gonna lean towards Fulgham here, and then you got Amari Cooper too. Actually, let's go with if that's Amari Cooper, let's go with him. And start Amari Cooper. You're welcome, Adolfo. A scam, Newton. Why is he scam, huh? Don't be like that. He was a scam for a couple weeks there. What was it, week 3, week 4, week 5, something like that. Who's your tight end? Travis Kelce. Okay, we don't need a tight end. This is a 10. This has got to be a 10-teamer, huh? George Kittle. I think we might add George Kittle. I think we can probably just pick him up, actually. Wow, lots of running backs to add. Wow. Nobody to drop, though. Wow. Lots of running backs. Allen Robinson. Jeez. Travis. Wow. There's some wow, look at these players. Is this an 8-team or a 10-team? And who's your quarterback? Kyler? Not bad. Not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. All right, let's see if we can add an IR player. Devontae Freeman. Let's add Kelce, I'd say. Blake Jarwin. We'll probably be able to, it'll probably just let us add him. Or, Debo. But yeah, it's really not a big 8. Dang, there's so many players. Man, I wish my waiver wire looked like, you should see the waivers in the Throne League, man. So we just added Kittle for free, just a free agent, just hoarding an extra player. No big deal. Not a big deal. And we can even drop Jordan Poyer. Because we don't need him. He's been good, but you can always get a defensive player, bro. Yeah, you can get a defensive player. I feel like it's not really that big of a deal. Hack my IR spot. You already know, man. That's the only thing we do on this show. Don't let me see Cole Beasley on free agency, buddy. So let's go with Boswell. And let's drop the Zane. Let's drop Brain Gonzalez. We're about to find out how many teams are in this league right now. Right freaking now. It's a 10-teamer, bro. It's a 10-teamer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, do you only have to start 2 wide receivers? That's probably why. Yeah, you only start 2 wide receivers and a flex. So it's a shallow 10-team league. You know what I mean? Because I'm in a 12-team league where you got to start 3 wide receivers. And oh boy, is it slim. It's night and day. Poyer has the most points in my IDP format. All right, we'll keep him. It's not really there's so many options. You can get Ayuk, Debo, Goddard, Gio Bernard. It's just ridiculous what's on waivers. It's not even that. Now I know why you probably can't trade a Bucs wide receiver. Antonio Brown's on waivers. My God. So yeah, you're starting Steelers D, you're starting Steelers kicker. We just added George Kittle for free. We didn't have to drop anybody. Just hoarding, an extra player there. There we go. Not a big deal, right? That's pretty cool. Cool. Kittles and bits. And that's it. Remember, I leave you with these words. Start Chris Carson. Bench Damien Harris if he plays. Well, he probably won't play, so bench Chris Carson and start Damien Harris for now. All right. Next hack. Oh, yeah, no one's getting hacked. All right, we already hacked you. Thank you, bro. That's a huge donation, by the way, Malik. And Malik actually sent me, I don't think I was live. Malik actually sent me $35 donation to Venmo out the blue. And to celebrate the 35,000 subscribers. So another huge donation. Thank you so much, man. It's crazy. That's a crazy number. 35K, $35, $30. Just, I don't know how else to say. I'm very appreciative and I'm very thankful of you guys. Maybe answer some questions, huh? That's what you want. How about Q&A? All people want to do is ask me the questions. Do you start Adam Thielen? Do you bench Adam Thielen? Well, that's one way I can show my appreciation for sure. What running back should I trade for? It depends what you can get. See, general trade questions, I don't do. I can't do it. I'm not in your league. I don't know, who's on your team. I don't know who you're trading. You're trading with other humans. None of those humans are me. Buy low, sell high. Go check out the teams. See what teams have abundance of running backs and what they need. All right, that's what you want to do. Every trade is different. I'd be like, trade for Todd Gurley in one case. In another case, I definitely would sell. I'd be like, he's got a tough schedule. Sell Todd Gurley. It's different. Every situation is different. Who do I start, Ronald Jones or Lindsey, says Landon. Ronald Jones going against the Rams or Lindsey. I mean, who the heck wants to start Lindsey, right? So go ahead and start Ronald Jones. I'd be terrified to start Lindsey. Phil says, would this be a good trade? Cup and JT. Cup and Jonathan Taylor for JD McKissick. If that's not a good trade, what would you suggest? I need an RB2. Man, I would do it. Yeah, I would do it. Because I'm trying to see what's fair, and it's like, well, if he gave you a crappy wide receiver, now it would be fair. But what are you going to do with a crappy wide receiver? I mean, McKissick's a safer start than Jonathan Taylor. He's less worrisome. He can catch. He's getting the majority of the snaps, so might as well do it. And Cup, we already talked about. People are terrified to start Cup in fantasy. So I answered Landon's question, Ronald Jones. A.J. Brown or Thielen? Gotta have nightmares about A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown going against the Ravens or Thielen going against the Cowboys. This is tough. Because Thielen has a super matchup. But this could be a Dalvin Cook type of game. Thielen has a super matchup. I'm going to have to say Thielen. A.J. Brown, I mean, it's not terrible matchup, but it's like they have a lot of weapons there. So I'm going to go with Adam Thielen. There's no corner. The Cowboys don't have a defense. They don't have a corner. Jimmy Graham sucks. Let me go back to where I was. Mike Davis or Duke Johnson? I think we're going to go with Mike Davis as long as he's healthy. Lions are horrible against the run. Jameis Winston or Stafford? I'm going Winston for now. Jarvis or Fuller? Go with Will Fuller. Actually, Jarvis Landry plays the Eagles. Yeah, go with Fuller. Oh, that's awesome, Malik. I just read your old comment here. Should I start Kenyon Drake or James Robinson? Go with James Robinson. That was, who asked that? I don't even see it anymore. Proximity asked that. William says non-PPR start 2. By the way, guys, if you do want to get hacked, here is the information. That's the email you send it to, and it's a $5 minimum donation. 4 ways to donate. Ryan says need to pick 4 from Adams, Thielen, Lockett, Chark, Dante Johnson, and Fuller. So start Lockett. He seems to start. Start Thielen. Start Adams. So it's between Chark, Dante Johnson, and Fuller. So we got Fuller, Dante Johnson, and we got Chark. Let's go ahead and start Will Fuller. So Fuller, Lockett, Thielen, Adams. Lindsay or Rojo. We're going with Rojo. Williams says non-PPR need to start 2. Justin Jefferson, Galladay, T. Higgins, Mike Davis. Let's go with Mike Davis and T. Higgins. Jefferson or Duke Jr. Go with Duke Johnson Jr. Calvin Ridley or McLaurin. Well, I hate to bench Calvin Ridley if he's playing. If Calvin Ridley's playing, I'm starting him, and that's just how I'm gonna roll. But you can't really go wrong, though. I wouldn't be against you starting McLaurin. Christian Kirk or DJ Moore? Let's go with DJ Moore. That's a tough one. Oh, Jackos, what's up, man? $2.99. I don't know how I didn't see that. Full PPR, Hines or Edmonds. Go with Chase Edmonds, Jackos. FBI says, should I start Kalen Bellage? Probably, yeah. I don't know your other options. I'm just going to read the new ones. Robbie Anderson or Calvin Ridley. Go with Calvin Ridley if he's playing, and we'll know in time. Taysom Hill or Tanyan. I'm in first going against number 2. Need this win. What are you doing? What are you talking about? What kind of league is this? But I'm guessing to go with Taysom Hill because I don't know. That's Tanyan's a weird one. And thank you for the donation, man. Julian says Mike Thomas, AJ Brown, Calvin Ridley, pick 2. Should we bench Mike? I'm thinking to bench AJ Brown. Start Ridley, start Mike Thomas. and if Calvin Ridley for some reason is out, then your decision is easy. Decision is made for you. My option is Chris Carson, might start Thursday. Okay, so Chris Carson has about a 1/3 chance to start. If he starts, start Chris Carson. If Chris Carson doesn't start, then start Bellage. See, if you told me that, super easy, and no all caps, please. We don't do the all caps. It's annoying. People find it annoying. It's rude. Hackers take offense to that. Would you trade Clyde for Justin Jefferson in PPR fantasy? No, I would not. You got to respect Clyde. Don't do that. Stick with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Even though Jefferson is pretty nasty in Dynasty. Don't get me wrong. Woods or Jay Jeffy? I like Jay Jeffy, man. Go with Jay Jeffy. It's all good, FBI. No need to apologize. It's all good, man. I agree with starting Thielen, Lockett, and Adams, but does Gilmore potentially shadowing Fuller mean Dante Johnson? No, don't. Just go with what I said, Ryan. I think of everything. Sure, I could be wrong, but I would start Fuller myself, and so do you do whatever. Stephon Gilmore is not even the best cornerback on the Patriots this year, by the way, and I don't know if he's been out for what, 3? How many games has Stephon Gilmore missed? 3 weeks? Maybe. I'm thinking, Ryan, maybe you haven't even noticed that. Yeah, Gilmore hasn't even played the last couple of weeks. Yeta says McKissick or Gibson, and Winston or Stafford. Go with Winston, bench Stafford, and I would start McKissick over Gibson. I'm not going to answer these questions by FBI. Just letting you know. It's not a real question, bro. Because not telling me who else to start. You're not telling me who else you got. I'm not blindly telling. Should I start Aaron Jones? Probably yes. I'd imagine so. I think you can answer that question on your own. And I think you're a troll. I'm gonna go out on a limb. And I really think FBI's not the real FBI. And I'm gonna think this is a young person. And a bored person. Also, too. I don't know what those 3 letters are, Yita, but you're welcome. Ahmed or Bellage? Ooh, we finally got a spicy question. Here. So, I'm going to go with Bellage here. Because even though Ahmed is dope, Breida's first game back, he's good to go. He is going to play. And so there's some uncertainty there with Eckler out and Justin Jackson out and Bellage definitely the starter and Joshua Kelly definitely not the starter. I'm going to go with the Bellagio. Is it safe to start Chubb and Hunt? I'd say it's fairly safe. Jacoby Myers or Justin Jefferson? I actually really like this question by the feds here. The FBI is asking Jefferson going against the Cowboys or Jacoby Myers. Oh, man. I think... crap. You got to look at that is a tough one. Jacoby Myers. I'm going to go with Justin Jefferson on this one. That's a tough one, though. Let's go with Justin Jefferson. That was a toughie. I was going to ask everyone, but I'm fairly comfortable with saying Justin Jefferson, actually. Confident in Lockett if he goes. Now, and it's really, my answer really doesn't matter. Because I'm going to tell everyone to start Lockett if he's playing. So, yeah, I could be wrong. Whatever. We always could be wrong or right. Right? But going off what the information I got, if Lockett is playing, 99% chance he's going to play. Also, look if his knee. Does he have a brace on his knee? I don't think he will. Is it his knee or ankle? Whatever. Like, if he has no brace on his knee or leg and he's good to go, I mean, you got to start Lockett, and it's not even a question. Is Hyde a good start? Yes. I would lean towards yes if Chris Carson is out. Now, if Chris Carson is playing, again, I said 33% chance Chris Carson does play. If he plays, Hyde, terrible start. If Carson is out, Hyde, pretty decent start with Travis Homer out. And so he's going to be splitting with Alex Collins, and DJ Dallas will be sprinkled in a little bit. But with no Homer, no Carson, Hyde is a good start. I mean, as far as talent, Justin Jefferson's amazing. And then you got Thielen, who's a borderline elite wide receiver. And then Justin Jefferson's probably even better than Thielen, which is crazy. You got those 2 guys, which is great. Because you traded away Diggs, who's an elite wide receiver, and then you drafted one. So that's great. Great job on the Vikings. They did something right there. Oh, Kenny, $4.99. Looks like this guy wants to get hacked, I'm pretty sure, because he donated the absolute minimum. The minimum amount to get hacked, I think. Kenny, how we're gonna able to tell is your email? Let me see. So let me know if you do want to get hacked, and how I'm able to tell what's your email or not. FBI says Cam or Ben. I would go with Big Ben. Robbie Anderson or Tyler Boyd. Go with Boyd. Start DJ Moore. Probably yes, Michael. Godwin or Robert Woods. I hate all these Rams. Go with Godwin. And will Mixon play? I don't think so. He probably won't. If not, do I start Amari or Damien Harris? If it's non-PPR, I would consider Harris and probably start Harris. Otherwise, go with Amari Cooper. Okay, I did get an email from a Ken. Okay, is this the one, Ken? Mac House League, ESPN Fantasy, 12-team PPR. Your password is Cole Beasley, the number 1 exclamation point. Your email is Cole Beasley is a beast 69 at rocketmail.com. That's it, right? Mac Housley. Gibson or Gio? Hey, gotta go with Gio if Mixon is out. Mixon, Gibson, Gio. I like that. Mixon and Gibson and Gio. We got an Espen. Let's do some hacking. I can't find anything right now. Mac House League. I don't see your league here. There's only one league. Oh, this is it. There we go. All right, what are we looking at here? It said full PPR. Yeah, full PPR, 12 team. All right, something I could get used to. Conditionally add Rex Burkhead, drop Philip Lindsay. Okay. What's up, Quinn? Quinn Flanagan. Is that your real name, dog? If someone came up to me with that name, I'd be like, that's a fake name. Quinn Flanagan? That's not a real name, is it? I had a teacher named Mr. Flanagan. Mr. Flanagan. No, 6-team leagues are not fun. No. Every team is stacked. If you ask me, quite frankly, it's silly. Okay. All right, don't freak out. FBI, I'm kind of busy here hacking a lineup. So I got to hack. I'm not a machine. I know I look like a machine, but I'm not a machine. It is? Oh man, well hey, I like character. I like different things like that. This guy's real name's Quinn Flanagan. Quinn Flanagan reporting for duty. It's me, Quinn Flanagan. 18 leagues? Nah, they're not fun either. Now, if you are forced to be in an 8-team league, change the rules and settings. Make it dual quarterback. Add in a flex. Make it a little bit more spicy, So that way it becomes more like a 10-team league. Hey, it's 12-team or bust, guys. Go 12-team. Make it a 12-teamer. Why not? Tell me why not. Because you're scared? Don't be scared. All right, are we starting the right players? All the starters look good. This is great starting for a 12-teamer. Wow, it's more like a 10-team league. So Chris Carson, if he plays, you have to start him. I would bench probably Robbie Anderson, which is tough. Oh, Flanagan's Irish. Okay. You got to start Rassel. And, someone's on bye. Your tight end's on bye. So as of right now, we have to put Taysom Hill at tight end for now. We can fill up that IR spot. I do that quite well. Quinn Flanagan does sound like a cop for sure. Yeah, old one of those movies. Damn it, Flanagan. Give me your badge. Hand over your badge. Dang, you got 2 tight ends on bye. Okay, so start Chris Carson and bench Robbie Anderson if Chris Carson plays. All right. And who did you put in the claim for? Okay, to drop Lindsey for Damien. No, Rex Burkhead. Okay. Or a serial killer. No, don't do it to Quinn Flanagan. Quinn Flanagan does not sound like a serial killer. But that's why serial killers are so good. Because their names never sound like anything. They're just ordinary dudes who trick you and deceive you and gain your trust. And they take you to the basement. By the time you're in the basement, it's over. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late to escape. Who's on the case? Quinn Flanagan. Detective Quinn Flanagan's on the case. Catching serial killers the old-fashioned way. Detective Quinn Flanagan. He bends the law, but doesn't break it. Just like the Vikings defense. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah. We need a tight end. Maybe a player that's IR legible? It takes one to know one, or I just watch TV. I mean, I had a lot of crazy. I study film and I had a lot of crazy ideas, and I just didn't tell people because people will think I'm psycho, right? But then all these ideas, they came about, like hack my lineup and You know, I thought of a movie where like you play a game to save your life. You know, you play like some kind of puzzle or game. And if you lose, you die. And then they came out with that movie with Saw. I just didn't tell anyone because I thought people would think I was weird and psycho. Now everyone just know I am weird and psycho. Not a killer, not anything like that. I might kill your fantasy team, but no. I'm out here doing good. I'm playing charity fantasy football, guys. I'm not a killer. Yeah. You know, I like to watch film. I don't watch too many TV shows. I've seen Dexter, of course, and Dexter's coming back. That's cool. Quinn Flanagan, I am kind of a big deal in San Diego. Why is he in San Diego? I think Quinn Flanagan's a dirty cop in Detroit or something. Northern Illinois is where it's cold. Quinn Flanagan. Northern Illinois? What does that even mean? That's where I'm putting Quinn Flanagan. IR eligible. So we got Sony Michel. That's what we need. We need to fill up the IR spot. Sony Michel. Julian Edelman. That's my favorite one. Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman and George Kittle and Ertz. Julian Edelman, George Kittle, and Ertz. Got it. Okay. We'll probably go with Julian Edelman. So for tight end, oh boy, are you screwed, bro. Because of a murdered fantasy. Who murdered this fantasy team? Was it Brain with the beard in the laboratory? Let's do it. It's not even a funny joke. Let's stop laughing. That was stupid. Irv Smith. Is Irv Smith going to play? I think we're going to have to risk it. Unless he's fully healthy or something. We're just going to have to roll with Rudolph for now, at least. Won't play week 10 against the Bears. That's it. Can someone look up, is this what I've been practicing? Can anybody look if Irv Smith's been practicing? Can you guys help me out for once? Can you guys help me out? Can you guys look up something for me? What's the practice participation levels for the Vikings? They should have practiced today, right? Because they played, did they play Monday? Monday versus the Bears? Because I don't think we have a choice here. It's either him or Gerald Everett. Richard, we don't want to start Richard Rodgers. Yeah, bro, we don't have anything. So I think it's going to be Kyle Rudolph. And let's drop Jimmy Graham. Oh, wait, we're going to add a player that's limited Wednesday, it says. All right. Well, there's really no tight end, so you can drop him for someone else, sure, anyway. So let's get a IR eligible. Thanks for that, Quinn. I really appreciate that. So Quinn says Irv Smith limited practice participation Wednesday. Let's get Julian Edelman just to put him in IR because that's very on brand of this show. We like to put players in IR. That's what we do here. And let's drop Jimmy Graham. Yeah, I don't really care. You're going to start Ingram over Jimmy Graham anyways. Maybe even Sammy Watkins. Just to keep 3 tight ends. No, let's do it. So we're dropping Graham. We're using an IR glitch. And then we're going to add a tight end. I probably would start Taysom Hill if Irv Smith plays, by the way. Yes, Christian Kirk is a good option if Lockett doesn't play, but it looks like Lockett has a 99% chance to play, so I think Lockett will play. He'll be fine. All right, we're good. Chris Carson, go ahead and start him for Robbie Anderson if Chris Carson plays. If not, leave it as is. If Irv Smith plays, go ahead and take out Kyle Rudolph and put Taysom Hill in the tight end spot. I do like Taysom Hill this week. I think he'll get you at least 6 points, which is plenty for a tight end this year because all tight ends suck big time. All right. So I think that's it for the hacks. What running back should I buy low? We had a buy low list on the podcast. So, Caden, do me a favor and subscribe to our second YouTube channel. Fantasy Couch Podcast. And this was Mike's list. I don't know. This could be kind of expired because this was 6 days ago. But we try to give you some buy lows. Like Mostert's a great buy low. Eckler, Gaskin. I don't know if Gaskin's really coming back, but probably more like Eckler. I'll try to get Eckler. I like that. Mostert. Those are some good buy lows. So yeah, if someone else, there you go, Kenny. You should be good. I will do one more hack if one other person wants to. If not, we'll just do some Q&A and end it. This was a good stream for me. Very, happy about it. Very relaxed, which I like. I love when there's bidding wars. I make more money. It's crazy. It's fun, but it is very stressful. I don't want to leak someone's password or like I would do anything like that. So yeah. Is there any advice for going into playoffs? It is a different strategy than normal week to week. It's very, very slightly different, Malik. So once you start to know, Caden, I hack every lineup. I've hacked literally anything you got a passer to, I can hack. So yeah. I think we just hacked the ESPN lineup like 12 seconds ago and you saw it. So yeah. Yeah. So Malik asked a very important question. Especially for those that don't have a lot of experience in the playoffs. So let me get a sip. So, Malik, this is what you want to start doing. Once you start to know the playoff picture, you got to understand what position are you in? Are you mathematically eliminated where it doesn't matter? I would just say don't add a ton of players off waivers or anything to ruin it for anyone else. But go add waivers for that week. Keep competing because that's the right spirit. And finish out the season. Like I said, no need to add a ton of players off waivers. Just finish out the season. Add a couple players if need be. And play out hard and spoil it for someone else. Play out the season. That earns respect. That's how you earn respect. And that's how you keep that attitude of, I'm going to always compete no matter what. So that's if you're eliminated, do that. If you're in contention, you got to be focused. Stop worrying about playoffs. And if you're like, you're you're looking to go 7-6 or something. Like if you're 5-5 right now, or 4-6, or 5, something like that. You got to really win out and do well. And so just concentrate on the upcoming weeks. Then the next scenario is, you're 7-3 or 6-4. You're going to make playoffs probably. Of course, you want to focus on winning, but you can start looking at Lamar Jackson's schedule, Derrick Henry's schedule, the Browns defense, the Rams defense, and looking ahead to weeks 14, 15, and 16. And, start planning, and then look at your opponents too. So the closer we get, you want to look at your opponents. And then the next scenario is if you have a bye week. So if you have a bye week and you got that locked, you don't got to worry about week 14, right? So you're only worried about week 15 and 16. And what you want to do, this is actually the biggest advice, is when people have a bye week. So Malik, hopefully you're listening right now. If you have a bye week locked up, so you're not going to play week 14, it's an automatic pass. This is the biggest advice. You got to be more involved. You got to even work harder. You got to be more into the league than the other players. Study all the other teams that made playoffs. Typically 6 teams make playoffs. Look at all the other 5 teams. Do they have a backup quarterback? What injuries do they have? What are they thinking, Because maybe you might be able to block them by adding a second tight end or something. Like maybe Logan Thomas is on waivers, and you'd be doing a huge, that could be a good, like if they have Gronkowski or Jordan Reed, like a tight end that's injury prone. Maybe you get Logan Thomas just to kind of block them. So be more involved in your league. Look at what's going on. Study your opponents and keep making moves. Study the waivers. Know what every move that's being made. Because the mistake. So what's the main reason? Why would you want to do that? Because most teams, when they lock up a bye, they boast. They kick their feet up and get very complacent because they got a sip of that little sip of victory, and they drink a little sip of pina colada and put their feet up, like this is a commercial at the beach, and it's not. Okay, this is time to work even harder because it's only a week. Don't not log in for a week. Log in every day. Study everything even more. So you got to turn it on even more. You got to find a way to get even hungrier if you locked up that bye week. Know every single waiver move. Know all 6 teams in playoffs. Know who you're facing, because typically when you make playoffs, you'll know the next week, or that week if you don't have a bye, who you're going to face. It's going to come down to you're facing one guy or you're going to face the next 2 guys. So study the opponents you're going to face. Study everything. Study all the outcomes. Be like, okay, I might face this guy this week. He might need a defense. I was planning on adding a defense. Maybe I add a defense to block. Like, there's so many things. You just got to study your opponents. Now, with all that said, you're probably not going to do anything different. I'm not going to lie. But if you're complacent, you might miss a dope waiver ad that could have saved you in the playoffs. Because once you're eliminated, you're going to be sad for 6 months, okay? So just stay focused and stay hungry, even if you locked up the bye week. Because teams that don't lock up those bye weeks, they're going to be hungry as heck. Of course they're going to be hungry because they're playing right there. They're pumped. They're trying to win. So yeah, see, I got a new email. Jason paid you $5. Hack me brain. Okay. I think that's it. I've only got one donation, right? Okay, last one of the night. I'm hacking Jason. Here we go. ESPN 10-team full PPR. All right, and we're done with... This is the last hack of the night. Here we go, and then we'll do some Q&A and end it. All right, ESPN. I use ESPN. I know how to use ESPN. I'm an ESPN sleeper kind of guy. Okay, Jason. ESPN 10 team, full PPR. Again, you sent the wrong password, and I think I am done trying to hack you. Yeah, again, wrong password. Oh, it actually worked. I just changed something. That's your fault, though. That wasn't my fault. That's your fault it didn't work. So I'll make that super clear. And I don't know which league. Survival of the fittest. Oh, this, I don't know what this is. Yeah, survival of the fittest. Getting some notifications in my Superflex Dynasty League because I made a point to be like, we have a max limit of 5 quarterbacks. I was like, look, all my quarterbacks got benched, injured, or something happened to them. I was like, we didn't think, we just really didn't think that you can draft 5 quarterbacks and all 5 of them are done. And so I was like, next year, I think we should have IR spot. And if you add a quarterback to IR, you should be able to have 6 QBs on your team. Because it's Superflex Dynasty. Like, you're supposed to have, and you're supposed to have, like, backup quarterbacks. Young backup quarterbacks like Jameis Winston or whoever the heck the Eagles or Packers draft next. What are those busts? All right, so we're hacking Jason. All right, 10-team full PPR. You have a pending move. Add Browns D, drop Eagles D. That sounds okay. We got an IR spot available. So probably end up using that because that's pretty much all we do on this show. According to you guys, all we do is fill up the IR spot and add Cole Beasley. Which sounds like a pretty good strategy to me. I don't know. I think that sounds pretty, I don't know. That's pretty good, I'd say. I mean, wins games, right? Oh, my nose itches. Ugh. Ugh. It won't stop itchy. It's itchy. Calvine. Okay. So forget about Hines. How old is Cole Beasley? He's an old man Beasley. He's not that old, is he? Oh, he's not. For a wide receiver, he's not that young. 31. That picture, though, my God. What a legend, huh, guys? What a freaking legend. Couch, I just traded Zeke and Golladay away for Aaron Jones. You think I won? I think it's a good trade. Oh, and you got Zach Moss? Yeah, I say so. You're gonna really be risking it with Zeke and Golladay. So why not just get Aaron Jones and be over it? Adolfo says, one more. Goddard or Hooper? I don't know why that guy traded you that. Because you got 2 guys that are worrisome. And then, Yeah, I don't know why that guy traded away Aaron Jones. Zeke could very well start improving this game. I think he will, but it's not like Aaron Jones is going to be much worse than Zeke. Even in the, because Dak's never coming back this year. That's really the only sure thing is Dak's not coming back this year. And the offense isn't as good without Dak. That's really the only for sure thing we know. And that's not good for Zeke. It's just a fact. Like, it is what it is. I do think Zeke will turn it around, and I think he'll be good, but that is something that's more of a guess, though. The other thing, with Dak being out, that's for real. That's happening. That's a fact. So Goddard versus Hooper. I'm going to roll with Goddard yet again. Hopefully he does something. So good luck with that, Adolfo. It's a tight end question. George Kittle come back? We'll see. We might add him right here. Who's your tight end? Oh, this league doesn't have tight ends. They're scared. This league's scared of tight ends. Ooh, tight ends are tough to predict. Let's just not have tight ends in a 10-team league. Why don't you guys just have a tight end? Like, just have a tight end position. Is it that bad? Is that bad to have a tight end position? Come on, just add a tight end. Mason, I don't remember. I don't even remember there's some good trades that's been offered. Like, I just got a good trade offered to me yesterday. Melvin Gordon, Lindsey, and Sutton for Kareem Hunt. I barely remember that, and that was yesterday. So in a dynasty. So yeah, I mean, I don't remember. It is that bad this year. Yeah, all tight ends suck. Yeah, but still, don't be scared. Come on, tight end is important. You got to start it. You start a kicker, defensive players, but no tight end. Like, come on. It's okay though. If you're in multiple leagues and you like it, and one of them doesn't have a tight end, and I wouldn't do it. I need a tight end in my life. You know, you gotta have a tight end. You need a little tight end. There's a tight end. A T and a E. Tight end. Tight end. I declined. I'm not a big trader. You know. Not traitor. Trader. Trader. Not trader. I don't remember what the heck we're doing. Alright. We need an IR spot filled. I need an IR spot filled pronto. It's going to probably be Chris Carson in a minute, but for now, let's see what we can get. How about none of these running backs. Bryce Love? Bryce Love coming back or what? We can add Bryce Love. That'll just get everyone's attention, though. Kittle? All right, for you, I'd add Kittle. Well, we can't even add Julian Edelman. Oh, no, there's no tight ends in this league. We don't need Kittle. Can't add Julian Edelman right now. That really puts a hamper on this show. It's really not worth adding anybody, to be honest. We're not going to fill the spot. You know, let's just not do it. AB is going to be okay this week. Okay. Not great, not bad, but just okay. All right. So let's look at defenses. I'm always looking if the Chargers or Dolphins are available, and I would add both. Okay. Saints. Chargers, baby. Come on. Come on. Go with the... Come on. You got to add the Chargers, bud. Yeah, we want the Chargers D. And if you do get the Chargers D, go ahead and start them. Let me see who your opponent's defense is. As long as it's a somewhat okay defense, which I assume it is, we're going to go ahead and... Yeah, it's the Dolphins. We can drop Chargers D. I mean, not drop Vikings D. So actually what we're going to do is drop Eagles D. Because we don't want, we don't want Eagles D. That's right. Okay, I got it. Yeah, drop Eagles D. Okay. So we're going to drop Eagles D for Chargers D. If that doesn't go through, we're going to drop Eagles D for Browns D. And there we go. I think we're good. You definitely want to start Chris Carson if he plays. He probably won't. I think other than that, you're pretty good. I would start him over Damien Harris for sure. And I think we're pretty good here. You got some decent bench. The team could be better. It's only a 10-team league. We'll see. Beat the Brain is the best. All right, better than Hackmile. I like Beat the Brain. I like it. It's good. We might have some challengers today. This week, I mean. So yeah, I think we're good. Good luck this week. We'll do some Q&A for the next 5 minutes and end it there, guys. All right, so hit me up with the questions. Dak, thank you so much for the donation. Bigger couch leagues on drafters this week. RE test. I mean, it's really what you guys want and what. I mean, it's not exactly what you guys want. It's got to be entertaining, but I'm down to do. If people will join, I'm down to do a bigger league. I was afraid of my some. I never really push it past 12 teams, but. I mean, I think we can push it. If something crashes, then it crashes. But I think we might try it. I don't know. The most I do is 12. Also, there's not that many games in a week with bye weeks. And we do Sunday only. So there's that. But we can try. Sure. They got a new layout. And it's awesome. They got to fix some stuff on there to improve it. But I really love the new layout. It's not clunky at all. It's trying to find what's the opposite of this. Like very responsive, very quick, very modern. I love the new layout. They just got to improve some things. Should I start Carson over Robinson if he's healthy? Yes, I would start Chris Carson. 100% starting Chris Carson if he plays over anybody, really. In a realistic scenario. If Carson sits, do I start Clyde, Hyde, or either Tampa Bay running back? Start Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Bucks or Finns D? Go with the Finns D, Mason. Pick one. Antonio Brown, Boyd, or Pittman looking for upside. Just go with Boyd. It's really not an upside pick, unfortunately, but it's your best pick, and I didn't think as much difference as far as upside's concerned. I definitely go with Boyd. I think Pittman has the lowest floor though, which isn't good. You did an 11-cent test. I know I did an 11-cent test. So what? What's your point? Should I start Christian Kirk or Kalen Bellage? Go with Bellage. Hines or Taylor? My guess is as good as yours, and that's just the honest answer. If it was me, I'd probably go with Taylor, but I'm probably gonna be wrong. I feel like I'll be wrong no matter what I say. It could be Wilkins. Start Edmonds, Hyde, or Fournette, says Noah. I would start Hyde if Carson is out. If Carson is in, I would start Chase Edmonds. So I would bench Fournette. Edmonds or Salvin Ahmed. I'd go with Edmonds, Steven. Mr. Sane says Hines or Taylor. Who would you play? Taylor. Same question. Do you think Derrick Henry has a good game this week against the Ravens? Been disappointing in full PPR the past few weeks. He hasn't been that disappointing. He just got vultured. When a guy gets you 100+ yards most games, he's doing well. So, regardless, you're starting him. I think he'll do well. He's an elite running back. Taylor killing me. I know the feeling. I got chopped in my guillotine league. All right, because I started Jonathan Taylor. I got chopped out of my own league. There's 8 teams left. I get chopped, and now there's 7 teams left. So I'm very average, mediocre team. I can't believe I got chopped. I got the guillotine. The guillotine league is every week the team that scores the lowest gets chopped, gets eliminated. I just got eliminated from my own league. And you know what? Guillotine league ended up being a lot of fun. I love it. We're doing it again next year. Guillotine league was absolutely amazing. I didn't think it'd be that much fun. It was so much fun. And getting chopped was very sad for me. Oh, thank you so much, Rodrigo. iShine says, Sup, Brain. In what order would you start these players? PPR, Duke Johnson, Drake, Damian Williams, Fournette, and Hyde. There's Damian Williams. And get the hell out of here, bro. Why is that even on here? Damian Williams. Damien Harris. You probably meant Damien Harris. I get a lot of questions. Nobody has asked me if they should start Damien Harris in 7 weeks. That's got to be Damien Harris. iShine, let me know, is that Harris or Williams? Because I ain't talking about Damien Williams. All right. So I'll rank the other ones for you. So number 1 is Duke Johnson. Number 2 is Drake. Number 3 is Fournette. Number 4 is Hyde. Now, if Carson doesn't play, then Hyde moves up to my number 2 spot. So it would be Duke, Hyde, Drake, then Fournette. And Damian Harris, you got to let me know if it's PPR or not, bud. Because Damian Harris in non-PPR is great. In PPR, he's mediocre. Aaron says McKissick or Drake. I think I'd go with McKissick. I honestly forgot who they play. The Washington football team. Bengals. I'd go with McKissick. It's close, though. It is close. I'd go McKissick. Should I trade Taylor for Amari Cooper? I would. I would do that. Does Matt Ryan have a matchup where you don't play him recently? No. Aldo says Fulgham, Corey Davis, Pittman, Brandon Ayuk rest of the season. I'd go with Ayuk myself. I just wouldn't go with Davis. Anyone else would be totally fine there. A.J. Brown or Jonathan Taylor? You got to go A.J. Brown. Winston or Alex Smith? As long as Winston's the starter, I think we're going to roll with him. Let's go with Jameis Winston. And let's bench Alex Smith. Oh, he was hidden. Can you get it? We can't get him back. Okay, I think we're good now. It was unhidden. Okay. When does Mostert come back? He's coming back next week. Niners are on bye this week. He's coming back next week. All right, I'll answer 3 more questions. Woods, Godwin, or Boyd? Go with Tyler Boyd. Trevor Graham says Amari Cooper or Jacoby Myers. Let's go with Amari Pooper. MJ says, I have Gaskin. Is Breida a drop? I don't know who else you got. I would say no. I would say, why not keep Breida? Let's see what he does. All right, guys, big announcement. We have a second YouTube channel. Okay, so subscribe to this one. But please, please subscribe to our second YouTube channel. It's free. Really helps support us. Links below in the description. It's called Fantasy Couch Podcast. We go live every Thursday night. And for those of you that seen it, it's a great channel to be subscribed to. It's a lot smaller, so it's more one-on-one. Like I said, we go live every Thursday. You don't want to miss it. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to our second one. Everybody go get that W. We're thinking playoffs, but we're going to fully concentrate on getting